English, you would say, I have one car, I have two cars. Of course, you know about singular and plural nouns, but did you know there are many common words in English that don't have a plural form? Today you'll learn why you should never add s to these common words. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. What do you think about this sentence? I have some informations for you. I hear this from students, even my most advanced students, but this sentence is incorrect. You must say, I have some information for you. So never add s to information. You could also say, if you wanted to specify one, you could say, I have a piece of information for you. So here you're saying a piece of. Now that means one. If you wanted to make it sound like two, you would say, I have two pieces of information for you. So notice you add the s to pieces, which is the unit of measurement, but you never add s to information. Now you could always change the word and say, I have some reports or some articles for you, because both of these words take a plural form. You can add an s to them. Don't worry about taking notes because I summarize everything in a free lesson PDF. You can find the link in the description. Now you might be wondering, Jennifer, why can't I add s? Well, it's because information and all the words that you'll learn in this lesson are uncountable nouns, which means they don't have a plural form. So you say, I need some information. Even though some sounds plural more than one, you don't add an s. So you don't say informations. Now also notice that you don't use singular articles. So you don't add a or an. You can simply say, I need information, not an information. And also notice you can use a quantifier, some, or a unit of measurement, which in this case is a piece of. What do you think about this sentence? She gave me many furnitures. This sentence is incorrect because furniture is an uncountable noun. Because it's an uncountable noun, you also cannot say many. Instead, you can say, she gave me some furniture, much furniture, or a lot of furniture. Or you can use a unit of measurement. She gave me a piece of furniture. You can also use an item of furniture. Or you could use a noun that is a regular noun. She gave me a couch, 2 tables, and 3 chairs. So also remember, many is used with plural countable nouns. Some, much, a lot of are used with uncountable nouns. You can't say she shared all her researches on the topic because research is an uncountable noun. She shared all her research. Never add an s to research on the topic. Now you can use a different verb. With research, it's common to use do or conduct research. She's done or conducted so much research. Or you can use a countable noun. She's done 1 study, 2 studies on the topic. You can also say she presented her research findings at the conference. You can add findings, which is always plural, and then research tells you what type of findings. You can't say, I need more evidences before I decide. You can say, I need more evidence before I decide. Or you can use a countable noun. I need more facts, statistics before I decide. Now, If you want to use a unit of measurement, you can say the police found 2 pieces. Remember that S goes on the unit of measurement. 2 pieces of evidence, and maybe even use an adjective, 2 key pieces of evidence. Don't say, I need to pack some stuffs for the trip. I need to pack some stuff, an uncountable noun. Now, you can use I need to pack some things because things is countable, or simply items for the trip. Now, both stuff and things, this represents unspecified items. In this context, it sounds like possessions, but it can also represent tasks that you need to do. I'm sure you have said, I have so much stuff to do tonight. Or I have so many things to do tonight. Don't say the gym bought many equipments. You can say the gym bought much, so much, a lot of equipment. Or you can say they gave us 3 pieces, remember with that S, of equipment, no S. Or you can use a countable noun. They bought 3 sets of weights. So notice here, set of is the unit of measurement, but because weight is a regular noun, you still add that S because it's plural. They bought 3 sets of weights, 5 treadmills, and 10 mats. I certainly hope you don't say, I did all my English homeworks, because homework is an uncountable noun. I did all my English homework, never with an S. Or you can say, I did 3 assignments, a regular noun, tasks, presentations, reports, and you can even add homework before. I did 3 homework assignments to let you know what type of assignments. Also, make sure you say, I have tons of work to do. I have tons of homework, I have tons of work. Never with an S, they're uncountable nouns, they're always singular. And also, do not say, Jennifer, thanks for all your feedbacks. You need to say, thanks for all your feedback, because it's an uncountable noun. Countable nouns are thanks for your corrections, with an S, comments, suggestions, revisions, or changes. Now, you could say the teacher gave me 3 pieces of feedback or 3 corrections, for example. Also, don't say, Jennifer, I appreciate your helps. You may know this. Help is an uncountable noun. I appreciate your help. Help, support, guidance, assistance, care, they are all uncountable nouns, so never add an S. And do not say, I want to learn new vocabularies with an S. Vocabulary is uncountable. I want to learn new vocabulary. Or you can use a countable noun. I want to learn new words, phrases, nouns, phrasal verbs, idioms, expressions, many other countable nouns. Now, what about this sentence? The students have limited vocabularies. This is correct. In this sentence, vocabularies in the plural form, it sounds like Paul has a limited vocabulary. Jane has a limited vocabulary. Paul and Jane have limited vocabularies. So it is 2 individual vocabularies together. Don't say the traffics are bad today. Traffic is uncountable, but also remember that it may impact your verb choice. So you need a singular verb conjugation with uncountable nouns. The traffic is bad today. Countable nouns are the roads, the streets, the highways. Now, because they're plural, you need are. The roads are bad today. Or you can say, there are so many cars on the road. Don't tell someone you need more sleeps. Just say you need more sleep. And equally, rest is an uncountable noun. But naps is a countable noun. You need more naps. I had 3 naps today. Also, remember that sleep is a verb. So if you see it with an S, she sleeps for 8 hours every night, this is because it's the verb conjugated in the present simple with third person singular. If it were a noun, it's uncountable, so no S. She gets 8 hours of sleep. So sleep is a noun and get is the verb in this sentence. Don't say you need to make more progresses. Progress is an uncountable noun. You need to make more progress. Or use a countable noun. You need to make more improvements or developments. Again, these can be verbs. So you could say you need to progress, to improve, to develop more, but those are verbs. Don't say I heard some great musics. Simply, I heard some great music, uncountable. But common countable nouns, I heard a great song. Because remember, if it's singular and countable, you need either a number, one great song, or an article, a great song. 2 great songs with the S. Or you can say, I heard 3 new artists, bands, at the music festival. Just like music, don't say, I heard some great poetries. Again, that's an uncountable noun. I heard some great poetry. Poems is countable. So you can say, I heard some great poems. Or maybe she wrote 3 books of poetry. So book of is the unit of measurement. Books of poetry or 3 great books of poems. Because remember, poems is countable. Don't say, we had so many funs last night. You may know that doesn't sound great. Say, we had so much fun last night. You can also use a great time. We had a great time last night, and you can use a different adjective. We had an amazing time. Now, this is a countable noun. So we had some great times together over the years. So one great time, one great time, one great time, and together it's countable. Now you have a list of common words you should never add an S to if you want me to keep helping you expand your vocabulary. Put yes, 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 put yes, yes, yes in the comments below. And of course, make sure you like this lesson, share it with your friends, and subscribe so you're notified every time I post a new lesson. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And here's another lesson I know you'll love. Watch it now.